A 2,300-year-old book of giants. It sounds kind of wild. It really does. That there could be a book of giants, but yet they're not telling us about the book of giants, you all. They're not telling us about it. It's like hidden away. You know, they've got the stuff, but so let's count his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to count the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers. Okay, 5 fingers. It looks kind of human-like. It does. But is there truly something like that out there? I really haven't heard of it before. I haven't. I know that we've heard that giants, hello everyone, giants ruled the land. They roamed the land more or less. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. Yeah, they roamed the land. They did it. Hello, Danny. Love it. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I want to go right to it. I really do, because it sounds really, really interesting. And let me just put it right here. Gina, we going to do it? I just want to say something. Let me just say something. This person said, you know what, Gina? That's the reason I quit watching your channel, because you kept saying Gina, honey. You kept saying your name. So I don't watch you no more. But, well, you watch long enough to comment. Because I said Gina, honey. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I blocked you. That's not very nice, but I did. I think, you know what? I'm going to keep you from commenting now. That's... I can't help it, you all. No, I'm going to make it to where you don't have to be in misery by watching me. If I say Gina, honey. The 2,300-year-old Book of Giants. In this ancient text, we find out about the giants. A race of incredibly powerful and dangerous deities. Now, we know that a deity, I would assume, is much higher on a certain scale than a human being. Deities that would stop at nothing when it comes to destroying anything they come in contact with. That's right. Come in contact with. Let's see this right here. Who is this person supposed to be right here? Because I'm not sure. But I do see, man, where did they get the writing? How did they get paper back then, really? And 2,300. Okay. They were a result of unholy union between God and mortal women. Because the giants were neither. They couldn't handle it. They decided to attack and destroy everything they could get their hands on, even going as far as cannibalizing each other for the sake of asserting their dominance. So we got Enoch coming into play. When Enoch heard of the doings of the giants, he immediately sat down to bring justice to them. The book is quite vague regarding what really happened to them in the long run, but what is definitely up to interpretation is whether the giants still live among us, or if this is just a random religious fairy tale teaching children of the consequences of acting out of line. So they wonder, is this true? Were there giants indeed that lived among us? What is this called? This ancient text, the Book of Giants. Let's see if we can find this Book of Giants, you all. We want to see if we can find it. That's right, Jack and the Beanstalk. That is one, Jack and the Beanstalk. Let me shrink myself down a tad bit, you all. Let me make this bigger. Jack and the Beanstalk. And let's see this Book of Giants. There's a lot of other ones. You got Paul Bunyan also. I think it was King Og. King Og last of the giants. Let's find King Og. Let's see this right here, you all. So we can come right over here. We can see Og, king of Bashan, the underworld ruler, or an ancient giant. You all, let me look at this right here. It's like I'm going to open it up in another tab right here. So this is a giant, Og, king of Bashan, underworld ruler or ancient giant. The answer lies in his bed. Wow, he would be, this truly would be like some type of a being that would have power to make himself that big, kind of like Poseidon or something, and then yet maybe shrink itself down some. The giant of Kandahar in Afghanistan is a recent encounter. They probably scrubbed it by now. The Smithsonian has a lot hidden too. The victory against King Og of Bashan by the Israelites is mentioned several times in biblical literature, along with the defeat of King Sihon of the Amorites. So was King Sihon a giant? I wonder if King Sihon was a giant. That'd be interesting. Giant. I haven't heard of that. No, he refused to let the Israelites pass through his country, is what he did. Giant Slayer International Fellowship. Okay. Here's some of these giants right here. Oh, Sihon and Og. I guess maybe he was a giant also. Battle of Edrei. Let's see this one, you all. The battles in the Bible. Gina, you jumping all over. That's okay. We can look at it. The Battle of Edrei, King Sihon and King Og, the giants in the Bible. 1407 was Bible battle number 8. The land of the giants. You have to ask yourself, now let's think about this. If that is the land of the giants over there, why is it over there in that part of the world? Is that where they came down? The one giants, the angels, did they come down in this certain part of the world? We know the giants roamed the land. You got 2 giant sons. Yeah, the Smithsonian destroyed a lot in Gog and the Magog. Let's see this. 1407 in Numbers 21:31 through 35, Deuteronomy and 3:1 through defeat of King Sihon. The campaign was in the wilderness. The timeline was escape from Egypt, the wilderness, and Canaan. The geography was the Jabbokok River, Golan Heights, and Mount Hermon. Well, these things right here, there's still battles going on in these areas. If you look over there in Israel, in Golan Heights. Let's look up, Gina, you can't do that. Let's look up Golan Heights. I want to see Golan Heights. I'm going to pull up Google Earth. Let's look at for Golan Heights. Because there is a lot of stuff going on. Let's do this. Boom, Golan Heights. Golan Heights. Let's watch it pull it up. Okay, let's go to Golan Heights because there is really a lot of stuff that's happening. Right there. Golan Heights. Why are these? Oh, these are roads. Okay, they're roads. Golan Heights. So this is the area. And if we come over here, that's the land of the giants. Right here. The land of the giants. So we just like Hamath, Bashan, the kingdom of Sihon, Gath, Moab. Let's find that circle there. You think that's there? Is it there, or I don't know. That's Golan Heights. Okay, it's right around that area. So let's go back to it. We've already got that. The history. Okay, there. Let's look at this. Oh, what happened? I gotta try to get that thing out of there because it got in the way. It really did. Let's look at this. Israel versus Bashan. The forces were the Hebrews, commanded by Joshua, fought the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Bashan coalition, commanded by King Og and King Bashan. The ancient history before the battle of Edrei. Good day, everyone. Well, I'm not that good at this computer. Really, I'm not. After consolidating their position to the south of the Ammonite frontier and mopping up opposition, Israel regrouped to prepare to continue their advance. The spies were sent to Jazer, and the area was cleared of the Amorites. It was a sound strategy that Joshua would not want to leave a threat behind him when the time come to cross Jordan into Canaan. So the reconnaissance found was another land of giants. As the previous generation had done originally, they came out of Negev 40 years earlier. Negev. Giants originated shortly after the fall of man. Now, how on earth can that be? You will ask yourself, how could the giants originate after the fall of man? With the increase of population, women began procreating with the Nephilim. I want to see where Negev is, because that's where the giants, the previous generation of giants came out. Let's see where it points to. Right here. Let's go to it. Oh, wow. It's like in the desert. The previous generation of giants, they came from right down here, but it's still somewhat near it. The Mitzi Raman, the Gaza Strip. Okay, that's interesting. The types of giants in the Bible. The sons of Anak in Canaan were the Nephilim. Who was Anak? Do you know who Anak was, you all? Anak. Before the procreation between man and other giants. The Anakim, long-necked descendants. Long-necked descendants of the race of Arba. 3 tribes of Sheshai. Ahiman, Talamai, Joshua. Let me stick this here, right here. Let me get this. I'll put this here so you can see it here in the live stream. You want to go look at it. Just put the link right there. We can do that. Look at this. They dwelled in South Canaan, concentrating Hebron, and were the giants that scared the first Hebrew spies. In the Numbers, Caleb eventually took over Hebron, and the southern Canaan campaign vanished. I wonder what they look like with their long necks. I'm gonna see if I can just... No, Anakim giants. Let me do it. Anakim. Anakim giants. I want to see what they look like if they got an image of them. Well, that's the Nephilim. They don't really got any other pictures of the long-necked giants. And I don't think that this is... Well, okay, let's see this. 29 plus Anakim giants. Well, they're that tall. But they got a cone head. Why would they have a cone head on their head? I wonder what this is going to do. Yeah, this is like, let's see these. Okay, we got this. The most popular 25 sons of Anak tombs, Mega Anak, MGA Anak. Okay, he's got his little cat. The Anakim. Oh, he's cut his head off. Who were the Anakim Nephilim? Who were they? They were the Anunnaki? Debbie? Oh, that's interesting. It really is interesting. They walked the earth in Sumer, or is it Sumer? I don't know. That in giant Nephilim, Anakim, Anunnaki. Yes, you're right. An ancient lie. You think that's... Why don't they want that truth out? Now, truly, if it was, why wouldn't they want it out? The Nephilim giants, the Anakim, half giants and half humans, Sumer. Why is it called Sumer? I've never heard of Sumer. I've heard of Sumer, but not Sumer. This is more giants. Oh, wow. That would be massive, whatever that is. Somebody probably made that up. Okay, we got this one. Just looking at some of these pictures. This is how tall they would be. That was pretty tall. That video got taken down. Giants walking the earth, the Nephilim and the Anakim Sumer. Anu. Yeah, the god Anu, John Douglas. Yeah. It is the best 180 best images about the giants. Nephilim, Rephaim, Anakim. Okay, I've heard of them. Rephaim. Sounds like in the book of Enoch. Okay. What's that? Cyber Congregation, Nephilim, Anakim. Why is the one person on Star Wars called Anakim? Is that his name? That warrior, that boy Anakim, and he turns into Darth Vader or something? Is that what it is? Ancient Sumer. But I'm wondering, why did they spell Sumer Sumber? Why did they do that? Did they change that? Wow, there's their big battle axes. Where did they get that out? So one-eyed cyclops. You know they're bound to have exist. Nephilim's Rephaim. The comparative size with 2 human skeletons in the yellow circles. Oh my gosh. I thought they were like 60 feet tall. 60 feet tall, I think. Some of them were 40 to 60 feet tall. Could you imagine they got dumped into the ocean? And look up there on the top of that. The rise of the Nephilim Anakim. Could you imagine seeing these flying around today? Because I don't think they'd look very pleasant. It'd be kind of daunting. Wow. The ancient giants. This is their head. The Nephilim skull. Just like that. All the gods are talking about the 72 sons of El, rise of the Anakim. They got the rise of the Anakim. Well, and that's not it right there, you all. Nimrod and the post-flood Nephilim. Okay, he doesn't... What in the world happened to... I want to know what Sumer is, because I have no idea why they got the word Sumer, because that's... Gina just quit looking at it. Well, I wanted to look at it. I want to see what is that? What is a Sumer? Because there's no such word as a Sumer. I think it was something messed it up. Meaning of the number 12 in the Bible. If you just tune in, I read something earlier. I opened up this little Bible that I had. Came up here and I just opened it up, and it turned to 1 Corinthians 12:12 is what it turned to. And now it's like 12 right here. The 12 disciples and stuff like that. The biblical meaning. It's a cross. Yeah. 12. 12, 12, 12. Okay. 12 ghoul. Yeah, we got it. So there you go, y'all. We got it. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Okay, Jeannie, you got sidetracked. Okay, I'm not looking at the number 12. I was supposed to be reading this book of giants right here. That happened because there was a book of giants. And we have the book of Enoch. But that's really a good picture right there. We came over here. Oh, here's a book of giants. What? The Book of Giants, Archive, Sacred Text, and Christianity. It's only 12 pages long. The Nephilim were on the earth those days when who are the egregori descended, or proto-animals were already in existence. The egregori. Who or the egregori? Their giant progeny fought and vanquished by 4 archangels. I want to see the egregori. Egregori. I want to see who they are, because I've never heard of them before. They're the Watchers. I guess they were the Watchers. The archangels. Have you heard of the Grimamori or Grigori? The Watchers, we've heard of them, are in one popular version a group of fallen angels described in the biblical Apocrypha who mated with the mortal women, giving rise to a race of hybrids known as the Nephilim, who are described as giants in Genesis. A different idea of the Grigori appears in some traditions as Italian witchcraft, where they are said to come from ancient stellar lore. Grigori appeared in the book of Enoch and the Jubilees. In Hebrew, they are known as the Urin. Is it Erlin? The Watchers? According to the book of Enoch, the Grigori numbered a total of 200, but only their leaders are named. These are the names of their chiefs: Samaja, their leader Urakabaramiel, Akibiel, Tamiel, Ramiel, Daniel, Ezekiel, Serachaniel, Asiel, Armers, Batriel, Anan, Zeve, Semvivziel, Etriel, Turiel, Yamiel, Aziel, and they were the perfects of the 200 angels, and the remainder all with them you all. They were dispatched. Let's see this. In Enoch, the Watchers are angels apparently dispatched to the earth to simply watch over the people. Well, I thought it was saying that when the angels came, they got cast out of heaven. That was one of the views. They got cast out of heaven to earth. I haven't heard that they were dispatched to watch over the earth. Somewhere in time, my Bible is worth $5,000 to $7,500 to $700. You was looking for a similar one, but you weren't able to get the dates. That Bible that I've got was in really good condition because it was never opened. The minute I started opening it and turning it, it started to degrade. It's what happened. Yeah. So it would be like the only way to keep that Bible in its original state was to never open it. to just stare at it, really. Okay, we're back here. So the watchers were dispatched to earth. Are you hearing that it was? Sumerism like this. You read it this week, Debbie McClure? They were apparently dispatched to earth simply to watch over the people. They soon began to lust. And they were prodding of their leader, Samyaza. They defect. They defect en masse to marry and live among the women. Wow. The children produced by the relationships are the Nephilim, the savage giants who pillaged the earth and endanger humanity. Samyaza and Azel, the others, become corrupt, and they teach their human host to make metal weapons, cosmetics, and other necessities of civilization that have been kept secret. But the people are dying, and they cry to the heavens for help, and God sends the great flood and rids the earth of the Nephilim, but sends Uriel to warn Noah so as to not eradicate the human race. The Grigori are bound. The Grigori are bound in the valleys of the earth until Judgment Day. Jude 6. Did you know that? Do you know that in there, you all? Am I on here? Okay, I'm on here. They're bound in the valleys of the earth. See Jude 6, 1 through 6. I hadn't heard of that. Let me see. Jude 6. Gina, it's because you don't read your Bible like you should. That's right. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay, I got it. They did not keep their place in heaven. Okay, I've got it now, but okay, we got it. Okay. And the angels who did not keep their positions of authority but abandoned their proper dwelling, these he has kept in darkness, bound with everlasting chains for judgment on that great day. Okay, that's right. Okay, so you got it. That's right, we got it. That's what happened. They multiplied, and other references to the Grigori. In Mesopotamia, they were 4 royal stars known as the Lords, called the Watchers, and they ruled over one of the 4 cardinal points common to astrology. Oh, wow. This particular system would date approximately 3000 BC. The star Aldebaran, when it marked the vernal equinox, held the position of the Watcher of the East. Regulus, marking the summer solstice, was the Watcher of the South. And Terrace, marking the autumn equinox, was the Watcher of the West. And Fomalhaut, marking the winter solstice, was the Watcher of the North. In the star mist, the Watchers themselves were depicted as gods who guarded the heavens and the earth. Their nature as well as their rank was altered by the successive lunar and solar cults that replaced the older stellar cults. Eventually, the Greeks reduced the Watchers to the gods of the 4 winds. Wow, that's really interesting. They got reduced to the gods of the 4 winds. Yeah, what's it? The angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates, or the 4 corners of the earth. The 4 great watchers were known as Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Ariel. Ariel in the Old Testament. The Irwin, or the watches. Okay, you all. So we got this heavenly court. We got these, all these, the archangels. They have a book on angels. They really do. Let me do this right here. So we're supposed to be reading the book of giants. So somehow we ended up in here. Okay, we got Leviathan. So we got Ogius. Ogius fought with a Draco. Well, where on earth did the Dracos come in, you all? Oh, we have Dracos. Who is Ogius? Ogius fought with a Draco. Draconian. And so did Ohoya. His enemy was the Leviathan. Ohaya and his brother Ahaya were the sons of Shimzd, the chief of the Agorori. Ogias. The Book of Giants. According to the Book of Giants, the main preoccupation of Samsam was his quarrel, the giant Mahawe, son of Virogad. You are. This is all kind of. Who are these? I've never heard of the Ogias. There's probably just more pictures of giants. Oh, wow. They got hair and teeth. Let me get this going. I wonder if there's any better depictions of them, but no, probably not. There's probably not any more pictures of them, you all. There really isn't. Okay, so they are something like that. Something in Syria. The Book of the Giants go back to the Syriac writings. Apparently, they are therefore to be treated as quotations from the Syriac edition. The Parthian text N is the product of the Parthian writer who might be employed as a Parthian version of the book, Syria. No wonder there's so much fighting going on, you all, if you think about it. Middle Persians. Shamazad, use all of this stuff. Did I put this on here, you all? Look, let's see this. Various color bile. They fill themselves with food and drink, and it's fine, you all. It's fine. It's the Book of Giants. It's a Book of Giants, and we got giants in the land. That is massive. They are massive. And the giant of Kandahar. So if we do the giant of Kandahar, go to the giant of Kandahar, Giantkandahar. I'm sure they got something on it. The Kandahar province. The cryptid, allegedly slain by the U.S. Special Forces. So the Kandahar giant, the supposed biblical cryptid, why do they call it a cryptid? Killed by the U.S. Special Forces in Afghanistan. And this is last updated in May 24th. In 2002, an elite tactical team was said to have killed the Kandahar giant. Well, that's not really that tall, 13 foot. I wonder if he was taller than 13 feet. With flaming red hair, 6 fingers on each hand, and 2 sets of teeth. In August of 2016, somebody posted a lengthy interview with somebody named Mr. K. And they had a brutal slaughter. But did they kill the giant, or did the giant kill them? See, that's the thing. The killing of the giant took place during the height of the Operation Enduring Freedom in 2002, when the military was engaged in fierce battles with the Taliban in their de facto capital of Kandahar province during the U.S. invasion. But this was no human fighter. No human fighter, special forces. 13 feet tall. Well, they found redhead giants on the banks of the Ohio River. Red-haired giants, banks of Ohio River. Look at that. In search of ancient man. Ancient sites, Wisconsin. What is that? The backside of something, you all. Where is the giants? Sago Canyon, strange looking figures, 7,000 years old. The giants of the Ohio. They found a 38-pound copper axe in one of the Hopewell mounds in Ohio. Estimates of the number of mound works in Ohio alone at the end of the colonial period topped 10,000. Today, less than 1/20th of these exist in reconstructed form. There were mounds situated in eastern parts of the village of Conneaut, an extensive burying ground near the Presbyterian Church. They had no connection with the Indians. Human bones in the mounds belonging to men of gigantic structure. Some of the skulls were of sufficient capacity to admit the head of an ordinary man. The jaw bones might have been fitted with over the face of an equal facility. Burial grounds. Historical collection of the Ohio River Valley, Indian Mounds, Seneca Township, Noble County. They hid them, is what they did. The archaic people had a slender body with long, narrow heads. The other group of the Adena people had a massive bone structure with a short head. The Archaes were living in the Ohio River Valley prior to the Adenas, and it is assumed 1000 BC. They moved into the area from the south. They did their mounds, you all. 1883. Occupation. Where are the redhead giants? The giants of Oklahoma. You, let me put this in here. You copy these down. You're going to get yourself in trouble. We're taking a downhill slide. Yeah. The giants of Tennessee. The giants of Tennessee. The giants of Utah. The giants of West Virginia. Cave skeleton is European. An ancient European skeleton recovered in West Virginia cave is 1,300 years old. Oh my gosh. DNA analysis of material from the skeleton's teeth was conducted. They say the skeleton's DNA, when compared with that of Native American groups, most closely matches samples from the British Isles. Oh, wow. Giants of Wisconsin. There's newspaper articles right here. If you go to that link, you can click into them. Lake Delavon, Wisconsin. 200 effigy mounds. Wisconsin Rapids. Center of ancient religion. It saw man's earliest attempt at metal making, according to the following article. Professor James discovered an Indian calendar near the Wisconsin Rapids, led to the site of aerial photographs taken during wetlands. Islands of higher land were found in the bog. Terrestrial inspection. Round, some four-sided, some shaped like a fish, a rabbit, a snake. All of that. Wow, Wisconsin's got a lot. So you can look at that. All of these giants, red-headed giants. Let's see the images of them, and they were about that tall too. This would be taller than 13 feet probably. This is what the redhead giants maybe would look like that. But then you would have to think they would be, oh my gosh, everywhere. Massively everywhere. 13 feet is not that tall, really, in the big scope of how tall they really could be. The redhead giants of ancient Nevada cave. I'm pretty sure we did a video on this right here about these giants in there that was discovered. It was a while back. I think it was just like an upload. So they weren't just in that place, you all. They probably roamed the whole entire earth, is probably what happened. Redhead mummies discovered in the Utah cave. There was no possible explanation yet to account for what the redhead, wavy-haired, perhaps white race in America thousands of years before Indians or even the cliff dwellers, you all. It really makes a person wonder what on earth is going on. The New York Giants, that's right. All of it, you all. All of it. So that's, it's pretty interesting. It is. And I am going to go. I want to thank you all for watching this. And you can do your research. You can. There's something much more to it with these giants. They all didn't get wiped out. There's no way they could have got wiped out completely. And we know that there's parts of our history that is not spoken about. They're not telling them about it. So thank you for your comments. Thank you, moderators. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Love you. Good night.